welcome back. I picked up some pretty good cards this turn. So my plan is going to be to move through here and take out these orcs that are digging here. They have this keep icon here. That means they're fortified. With this fortification, what that means is I can't use ranged attacks to defeat them during the ranged combat phase, but I can use siege attacks, and I'm going to use that to my advantage right now. Right, I've got to get through these forests, and forests during the day cost 3 movement points to get through. So what I need to do is generate 3 movement. I'm going to use swiftness for its movement, and then play another card sideways to get that up to 3 movement. So this allows me to move into this spot here. Now I want to generate 3 ranged or siege attack to take out these orcs. So for my action this turn, I've completed my movement. I'm going to engage those orcs. And here I'm going to use this new card that I just pulled, Siege Attack 3, which will be enough to kill the orcs, but I do need to charge it with green mana, which I can get from the source, and play this here to give me Siege Attack 3. So during ranged combat with these orcs, I do 3 Siege Attack, which will kill this orc. So these orcs get discarded and they give me 2 fame. And because they're a rampaging enemy, I get +1 reputation because the villagers really appreciate it. Just one extra rule to throw at you now before I end my turn, and that is in Mage Knight it's perfectly legal to take back any of your moves as long as you've not done anything which was not known. It was unknown prior to you deciding to take back. So for example, rolling a dice or revealing something that was hidden. So I'm going to take advantage of this right now because I played swiftness here for move 2, but I also had this skill that gave me 2 movement during the day. Remember, double time? So I'm going to take this card back to my hand and play this skill instead to get that 2 movement, and I'll leave this one as the 3rd movement. So now I will end my turn. I get to re-roll the mana dice that I've spent. It's a gold. I'll put this back in the source and clear away the cards that I've spent. I'll be able to use the skill again next turn, and I get to draw 2 more cards to put my hand back up to 5. And now we take the dummy player's turn, so we draw another 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It's a blue crystal. There's no blue crystals, so that's the dummy player's turn over. And now it's back to my turn, and I have no cards in my D deck. Now what that means is I can declare end of round this time if I want, or if I wish. But I can carry on playing cards in my hand. Until my hand is empty, I'm not forced to declare end of round if I don't wish to. And as it goes, the dummy player's still got quite a few cards left in his hand, and I may be able to do something with these cards before we move into the night time. Okay, at the start of this turn, there's one thing to notice. I'm on this magical glade here, and this says imbued with magic. If you start your turn on a magical glade during the day, you gain a gold mana token, and we put this in our player area, so it doesn't go in our inventory, but what it means is we can use this at any point on our turn if we need to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to generate some movement points. I'm stuck in the forest. I'm going to travel deeper into the forest, and I want 3 movement to do that. So I'm going to generate 3 movement by playing swiftness face up and then promise sideways. I don't need the influence right now, so that gives me 3 movement. And then I'm going to use 2 more movement by using my daily ability. That's 5 movement. And with my 5 movement, I'm going to use 3 to move across here, and then 2 movement to explore in this direction from the tile deck. And place it here. Make sure it's oranged correctly. This new tile has quite a bit of desert terrain on it, you see. And it also has this Mage Tower. And if we look at this Mage Tower description, it says when revealed, place a violet enemy token face down on this space. And this token is revealed during the day if a player is adjacent to it. While unconquered, the Mage Tower can be assaulted and you get reputation -1, and then we got to battle this enemy that's fortifying the Mage Tower, and we get lots of good rewards from the Mage Tower, and hopefully I'll be able to show you that if we can conquer one. So let's get our violet enemy, and this remains face down, we can't look at this, and this goes here. And in addition we have a rampaging orc, so we need to grab one of those from the token pile. We get an orc summoner, and he goes face up here. Right, I don't really feel able to do much else with the cards I've got. I think all I can do really now is go move a little bit closer to that Mage Tower and see what's lurking. So I'm going to I'll keep a block just in case, but there's not much I can do. I'm going to use 2 cards sideways to get 2 movement points, and with those movement points I'm going to step in here. I'm adjacent here, so I can reveal this. And it's a fire mage. It's going to be quite difficult to take on, but the rewards are good. Okay, I think that's going to end my turn. So I've not spent any mana. We've got to clear away any unspent mana. I discard these. I've got no cards to draw. So now we move to dummy player. Okay, let's draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and it's green. So we have 1 green crystal here, so we have to draw 1 more. Okay, dummy player still has cards in his deed deck. Alright, start of this turn. We've got no cards to draw, so we can declare end of round if we wish. We're not going to be able to do much with this card. One thing I can do is use my skill to move again, and I may just do that, and I'll show you why. I'm here and I can't explore this way any further because that's the coastline. You follow the coastline up, and this is all about exploration, and I'm trapped in a little bit by these enemies. I could fight them, take them out, but they look pretty tough. What would be good is to get some units. So I'm going to use my daily skill to generate 2 movements, and this village is on the plains, so this is only going to cost me 2 to move into. So before the night draws in, I'm going to head into a village. And finally, to speed things along a little bit, at the end of your turn you can discard any cards from your hand if you wish. Just to make things simple, I'm going to discard this, which means when it's my turn next, it will be the end of round. The dummy player is still not declaring end of round because he still has cards in his deed deck, but only 1. We draw it. He can't draw any more cards, so if the dummy player were to come back, he would indeed declare end of round.